This demonstration here is for the Denton Benchtop turbo evaporator system. This is your chamber. Inside your chamber you have two thermal sources. You have a shutter. You have a glow discharge. I'll open this up when I'm done doing the demo. And then you also have your rotary holder. Okay, it does have a hoist. This is your touch controller, your main power on, EMO, and your main power switch. Back here you have your turbo, and then you have your mechanical pump. Mechanical pump hooks up this connector right here, and you have a main power line right here. It uses single phase 208 20 amps, and then you have your vent right here. You have your gas, and then you have your main power supply for your shutter. So I'm going to go to the front of it first. And right here I'm going to show you that we're right now in the 6 range, and we're right now like 3.6 in the 6 range. As you can see, this is your chamber here. This is your mechanical pump and your turbo, showing that they're running right now. Now there's a couple screens you can go in here, like if you wanted to go on this main screen here, you can go and hit pump or auto vent, and it will pump down. Of course it's pumped down right now, but if I hit the auto vent, it will go ahead and go to a vent procedure to make sure that it goes, unless the chamber gets atmosphere without damaging anything. So, but for right now, we're going to go into these other screens. Everything here, oh, that's the other thing, is that this auto process is an option. It does not work on the system. So we're going to go in this lower screen right here and go into screens, and then we're going to go to low voltage, and that is right now going to set you up with all this screen right here. It tells you your power. I'm going to have it at 20%, and I get to select what source, and also your shutters. So I'm going to turn this on, and you're going to see that source A is lit up at 20%. And then I'm going to turn it off, go to source B, turn it on, and now you see source B working. Okay, now I'm going to have it change the shutter over. So it goes over to source A, and now source B. The other thing too is we're going to have rotation. And you can see the rotation down below. It looks like it's a little bit out of focus. It's really hard to see that it's moving, but it is. And I'll show you more of that when I open up the chamber. So there is your thermal source control. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this off, get out of this screen, and I'm going to go into your, this has a glow discharge. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to turn off the turbo, and then I'm going to open up the gas. Usually you would go ahead and put like in an argon or helium to help assist with the glow discharge, but as long as you have it at the right pressure, you should be okay. Alright, I'm going to turn this on, and if you see the purple hue in there, is showing that the glow discharge works. And I'm going to turn it off. Turn it back on. Back off. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is show you the inside of the chamber. So we're going to go back to the main screen. What I'm going to do is hit the auto vent. And as you see, it has a delay of 300 seconds. And that's basically to let the turbo wind down. As you can see, your turbo has been turned off over here. So we'll come back to it when it's close to... Alright, so the time went out. As you can see, the roughing pump shut off and the vent is on. As you can see, we're venting to atmosphere right now. And you can see the auto vent is still lit. We still have to wait for that to shut off, and then we can lift the bell jar up. Also, one thing I want to show you is when you introduce gas, this is your gas control. Alright, see, now it just went all off, so now I can hit lift up. And we'll start lifting the bell jar up. So as you can see, this is source A, source B, the holder, and your shutter, and your glow discharge. Let me go to the other screen. Now I can turn on the rotation. It is adjustable, so you can change it if I want. I do the 50. You see it's spinning much faster. So close that, go to another screen. I can just hit the low voltage and then do the shutter. And once I get out of here, also if you want to go ahead and pump down on the system, of course you're going to go ahead and go lift down. And you can see she's going down. And then you just want to hit auto pump. As you see, it just turned on your mechanical pump. Just gonna wait for that to pump down, then it's gonna turn on your turbo pump. Again, auto process does not work. It is an option. If I click on that, it says optional. So when you get this thing, there might be, when you add material to it, might be outgassing so bad it won't pump down on itself, or it might time out. So you always want to go to these screens and you go into pump, and you could actually turn on everything you want. Like if I want to turn off roughing pump, oh, I can't do it yet. Close. I turn that off. Pumping. I can turn the pump off. And if I want to turn the turbo pump, I can turn it on. But it's got to get to a certain point. Right now it's just a 3,000 torr. In order for the turbo pump, it's got to probably be around 100 millitorr. Now that is lit up, and that mini vac has to be 2 torr or less. Now it just turned on the turbo pump, and now you'll start seeing this drop down. And if you hear closely enough, you can hear the turbo winding up. And once the turbo is at speed, it will be lit green. And again, all this can be done through that screen right there. Oh, I don't want auto vent, sorry. So that is the end of our demo. You've seen it pump down, auto vent, and went through the different screens. As you can see, here's a different overview is what we saw. Pumping is showing you the 2 pumps. Rotation. Gas, which is optional. Low voltage. There's no heat, no DC sputter, the glow, which I showed you before. There's no process, which is PLC rack, basically showing you ins and outs. And then service, to get in service. Might not be in service because it's an auto thing, but you would hit the 3 corners and then hit that. In fact, let me show you that real quick. There you go. That puts you in the service mode. You hit exit here.